Predator for the Nintendo Entertainment System is by pure definition absolute shit. Everything about this game is infuriatingly bad. The laughable design choices and the absolutely horrendously hard gameplay makes this game just impossible to enjoy. The first glaring issue is the design choices of the game. You play as Arnold's character from Predator, okay? So you're running around the jungle, but you don't look like Arnold. Not because the character model doesn't look like Arnold. I mean, it's an 8-bit game. Obviously, that would be passable. It's the fact that you're wearing pink spandex. He's running around the jungle in pink spandex. It's like the developers have never seen Predator, don't know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, don't know what an action movie is. No action movie that's not a parody would have the main protagonist running around a hostile jungle war zone in pink spandex. Aesthetically, just forget about the fact that obviously this never happened in the classic Predator movie from the 80s. It just doesn't make sense. Let's say the designers never saw the movie Predator, which I'm assuming they didn't, based on some other things I'll discuss later. Let's say the designers of the game don't know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is. Let's say they don't know what action movies are. Surely they have common sense. Surely they must understand that a soldier running into a hostile war zone in a jungle environment wouldn't wear hot pink like he's Olivia Newton-John making some kind of exercise DVD. It's like having a giant pink bullseye right on your back. You have to blend in with the jungle. Forget about even blending in with the jungle. You have to not look like Richard Simmons when you're a mercenary. Okay, I got that out of the way. No, it's still there. I still feel anger for how stupid it is to have probably the most badass action movie star of all time running around the jungle in pink spandex. The other poor game design choices where they're not much better. Okay, they are much better, but they're still shit. For example, Arnold never fought whatever the hell these are, floating jellyfish, weird monsters. What are these? Are these also other aliens? Like, did the Predator bring a whole bunch of aliens from other planets to kill Arnold? They look like amoebas, actually. Was he, like, shrunk to the size of, like a tiny little cell? Is this Honey, I Shrunk the Arnold? And here's why I think the actual game developers didn't actually watch the movie Predator, aside from all the other things I mentioned, which already is reason enough. See, in the beginning, they give you a little story, and the story basically follows the movie Predator. It follows the movie to a T, and the game starts off when all of your mercenary friends have died, and it's just you in the jungle by yourself about to face the Predator. Cut to a few levels later, there's another cutscene, and Arnold finds skinned bodies hanging from the trees. This doesn't happen in the movie after all his friends are dead. This happens in the beginning of the movie with all his friends still being there. Maybe they saw the movie once and then completely forgot about it. Or maybe the people who made the stupid little cutscene story were two different people, and they were the only people on the development team who actually watched the movie. The people who created the actual gameplay have never even watched the movie or don't know what Predator is. That would make a lot of sense. Although I'm giving this game too much credit, I feel like this was probably made by one person. No, 0.1 person. This was made by half a person. It's the only way you can explain what utter shit this game is. Now, I don't mean to sound like Mr. Leahy from Trailer Park Boys, or maybe I do, but on top of this shit cake, there's also a shit cherry, and that is the fact that the gameplay is ridiculously hard. The enemy AI is stupid. Like, enemy soldiers, they routinely commit hara-kiri. They run off cliffs, they don't care about their lives, but there's just a lot of enemies, and your jumping is a little bit broken, so it's hard to measure the trajectory of your jump. You'll always be falling off platforms yourself, or enemies will be pushing you off platforms. And keep in mind, you don't have an infinite amount of lives, and the second you die, you start in the beginning of the level. Another stupid game design, I hate to jump back into game design, but there's so many problems everywhere. You don't start with a weapon. I mean, even in the beginning of the game, there's a picture of Arnold. He looks like Arnold, and he has a big, powerful automatic weapon. In the game, you actually have to pick up weapons. and you never have weapons that you used in the movie. I mean, you get like bombs and lasers. Arnold never used the... whatever, I'm preaching to the choir at this point. Obviously, Arnold never used the laser. He never fought amoebas. He never wore pink spandex. And just to end this review on a hilarious note, the funniest part about this game, for how stupid the design choices are, and for how hard the actual gameplay is, the boss fights are laughable. Absolutely laughable. The boss fights are fighting predators, but they never attack you. They just kind of stand there and jump up and down. All you have to do is shoot the predator. When he lands, he jumps back up like a scared cat. You shoot him again, and you repeat this over and over until you beat the boss. You literally don't need to move to beat the boss. You could beat the boss if you're one-handed by just clicking the buttons on the right side of your controller. After the cutscene where Arnold finds these American soldiers hanging from trees, he goes like, "I'm gonna find out who did this." And the very next level is like this weird acid trip where he's running perpetually to the right with the screen pushing him with all these weird, again, psychotic acid trip enemies attacking him. It's like he's like, "I'm gonna find out who did this," and just dropped some acid and laid down next to the tree. Oh cool, I'm moonwalking on the platform. Nope, that's it. I give up. This game gets an official stanburdman rating of a 1 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.